Good afternoon, and welcome to WNY Athletics presents Maryvale Flyers against the Cheektowaga Warriors. We are here live at Maryvale High School. Tony Caligiuri along with Tom Prince. Tom, good afternoon, buddy.
Tony, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. We're back to doing high school football.
On Saturday.
Saturday! How did this happen? Game time. Right now, temperature is about 46 degrees at very little wind, so I don't see weather playing a factor in today's game at all. But we do have an exciting contest: Maryvale versus Cheektowaga. What's this? A battle between third and fourth place for positioning as far as the playoffs goes.
Yeah. Who's going to get Iroquois? Who's going to get West Seneca East? That's going to be the question right now. So it'll be up to third and fourth seed is what's up for grabs today, and both teams definitely are in the mix right now for something big. And you're going to see probably mirror each other a little bit today. You're going to see a lot of run is what you're going to see today.
Similar styles, similar offense.
I think you would have seen a little bit more passing from Cheektowaga. Unfortunately, their quarterback Barr got injured, broke his collarbone. A shame, sophomore that is really coming up the charts, right? You talk a quarterback that's getting his first real year under his belt, doing some big things. Watch out for the future of this kid. You're going to hear a lot from him, not only on the football field, but on the baseball field. But we'll stick with Cheektowaga, and I'll tell you right now, Cheektowaga has got a running back, Cam Warburton. Watch out. This kid's the real deal when you're talking about what he can do out there on the field, right? Already, well, just look at his stats, right? 5'10", 225 pounds.
That's good size.
Absolutely. And you can see when he runs, he is a very tough tackle out there to be able to take down. He really is. And he's also got speed. So now you add speed into that kind of a size, and it's a very tough tackle, and you got to make sure you do your work today to take him down.
Here's the thing that when you look at it at another team, and especially when you're dealing with young kids, is sometimes they are intimidated when they're going up against somebody with good size like that, and that winds up becoming a mental advantage.
Yeah.
And that's something that the defense is going to have to overcome. It's just like in the NFL, you're going to play Derrick Henry every week. Yeah. As they say, you make a business decision on the field whether you want to lower your shoulder or not.
Yep. So let's talk about what they've done so far. Played Grand Island game 1, Cheektowaga lost 34-0. Come back, beat Burgard 40-6. Lost a heartbreaker to West Seneca East that we covered in overtime, 29-28. A great game that actually I was a part of that broadcast. Lost to Maritime 24-7, probably the best game Maritime has seen in division so far. Mm-hmm. Albion, they lose 16-14. Another great game as Albion's the number 2 seed right now in the North Division. And then Royhart, Barker, they win 28-6 and then just beat Lewiston Porter 24-14. And then today you got this one.
Well, you think about it, just look at that schedule, how difficult it is. That's not an easy schedule. You're playing some really quality teams out there. Yep. And what that does as far as preparing you for a playoff run.
Yeah, no doubt. So, and then you're going to see the quarterback will be Jason Moy. He's the junior that's taken over for Barr. Look out for him. He's going to be right now the person for Cheektowaga that'll be behind center right there. So before we talk about, we're going to do the national anthem right here.
Absolutely beautiful. Of course, it is senior day here at Maryvale High School. We saw the introduction of the seniors, and I really like how they do that.
Yep.
Bring the parents out, and it's really a special moment for these kids.
Yep, totally agree. So, Tony, let's go over Maryvale
Sure.
real quick before we start. I'll tell you, we talked about tackling. Wait till you see the defensive player we're going to be talking about from Maryvale, right? It's Kevin Jobity, the senior, 6'5", 250. This kid's legit. This kid's only started playing last year. I'm going to tell you, watch out. Look at him right now. You can see him walking out. Tony, number 44, right now, right in the middle.
That's a man.
You can see how big he really is. And then for them, we're going to hear about same type thing. You're going to hear Justice Hill. That's the name you're going to hear running the ball right now for Maryvale. And then behind center will be Will Schiller is who you're going to be talking about there. So, again, those are pretty much, some of the big players. Not to say there aren't going to be other players. We are going to be talking about a lot of more players.
Right.
But those are the key ones that we're going to be talking about. Then Maryvale this year lost game 1, 20-19 to Cleve Hill. Lost to Albion 22-7. Beat RBL, the Roy Hart team, 27-8. Beat Lewiston Porter 21-6. Beat Lakeshore 35-6. Lost to Maritime 30-8, and then beat Burgard 13-6. And now that brings us to where we're at right here for this one. As to me, Tony, you throw the records out in this one, right?
Yeah.
This is a rivalry game we got.
Absolutely. But the thing that I'm noticing is, excuse me, as you're going through the common opponents, and they both sized up pretty much the same, similar results against similar schools. So I think that's really going to show that this game is evenly matched, and it's going to be a great game.
No doubt. And I'll tell you, and we talked about Warburton on one side, right? The other side that we talked about right here for Hill is the running back for Maryvale, right? Justice Hill. No small kid himself.
No, he's not.
He's 6 foot 245.
Yeah.
So you're talking about very similar running styles, right? Very similar teams that are going to go right now head to head with each other. And so the question will be, and I know I sound like a broken record, Tony. I get it, right? Everyone who listens to my games that I broadcast, the first place I go to is the line, is where I'm going to go.
Well, any coach will tell you that's where games are won and losses, in the trenches. You dominate the line, you win the game. It's that simple. There's a lot of complexity in the game of football, but when you break it all down, it is pretty basic.
Yep.
And as far as how you want to win the game, you want to start off by winning in the trenches, and that's where it gets all started. To me, the key to this game is going to be which team limits the mistakes. Less flags, less blown coverages, things like that. Whoever keeps their mind mentally is going to win this game.
Yeah, and then also who's going to be effectively being able to run the ball. So, and you combine those two together, and there we go. We got our game right now, what to look forward to.
Jobity gets the kickoff for Maryvale. Fumbled on the return. Loose ball is going to be blown dead at about the 32-yard line. CHEEKTOWAGA having difficulties trying to bring in the high kickoff. Bounced off his chest, rolled, and then recovered around the 32. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Boy, definitely wouldn't want to have been the start CHEEKTOWAGA would have wanted right there, but does a great job of getting on the balls to make sure they limit those mistakes that you just talked about right there, Tony.
Absolutely. See what CHEEKTOWAGA does now as they are on offense.
See, take a look right now in the backfield, right? Look at Warburton. You can just see the size of him, right?
He's thick.
I mean, he's thick. It reminds me of the old Cleve Hill running backs that we used to talk about year after year after year. He's right now that same build.
Hand off to Warburton. On the left side, Maryvale stacking the line. And that'll be a short gain for CHEEKTOWAGA.
You would think coming into this game, that's the thing Maryvale was looking at, right? Is that I'm gonna challenge you almost to throw the ball here is what I'm gonna be doing. So you saw it, right? Stack the box. You saw how many guys were in the box on that last one. Expect to see that a lot today by Maryvale.
And in motion, quick pitch to the right, getting to the outside, room to run. Looked like a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Looked like it was a Parsons for CHEEKTOWAGA.
Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard
Jazier Parsons.
Gain of 5 on the play.
He's a young guy.
And I'll tell you, Cheektowaga has called all their JV players up in this one. So they may be some of the guys that have been playing JV coming up playing varsity right now.
3rd down and about a long 3. Shotgun. End in motion. It looked like they were going to go Wildcat to Warburton. And play is blown dead.
False start.
So a false start penalty against Cheektowaga. They'll mark 5 off.
So yeah, I'm glad we got this roster right here because that's where I was struggling. I had a different number there, but you can see Parsons is number 9 today, right? Is no, I apologize. Is oh no, 8. It's tough to see. See how his numbers.
The numbers
rolled
are
up?
difficult to see.
It's rolled up right now, his back of his shirt, so it was tough to see right there. But Parsons is the freshman right here that's out there playing.
They go Wildcat to Warburton, and he's going to plow forward. Looks like he'll be just shy of the 40.
I think, yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 3 yards to go. So the question here is, are you going to go for this, right? Because you could end up giving Maryvale some really good field position early in this game.
One thing that I'm noticing defensively is Maryvale's moving Kevin Jobity around on the defensive line. He's been lined up inside. Now he's lined up on the outside. Showing blitz. Wildcat again, breaking a few tackles, and I think he's going to be short.
Yep, I think it's going to be a yard short, exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I think where they're marking it, though, it's short. Oh, they gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
Oh, wow. I'm still surprised, huh?
I'm like trying to look at the angle over here. Where'd you get? Okay. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And they try to go with a quick snap. Referee blows the play dead.
So timeout.
So mark timeout for Maryvale.
So for a couple things there, you got to give, first of all, Cheektowaga credit that they went for this, right, and got the first down right there because, boy, you could have given Maryvale unbelievable field position right there. That right there tells me you right now have full faith in that offensive line that they were going to open up a hole so Warburton could do his business.
You know what's interesting is, throughout whether I'm coaching at the youth level or I'm doing a high school game, and I get into talking with coaches, and then the conversation about 4th downs comes up, and so many more coaches are starting to get away from punting where they want to use all 4 downs.
Yeah, and do you blame them, right?
No,
but you've got to have confidence. And what does it do to your team when they know their coach has got that kind of confidence in them to go for it in such a big play?
Shotgun, Warburton gets the snap, plows forward for about 3 or 4, using that big body to put people over. That'll bring up a 2nd down for Cheektowaga.
And, Tony, how good of a coaching is when you see a coach taking their star player like that, right, and moving him around so that you are having problems defend him knowing where he is on the field. You got to constantly know where he is to be able to call your plays and do what you need.
Yeah, I've seen that with Bennett and several other schools this year where they move their best player around on whether it's a lineman. Usually that's where you get the most movement is if you've got a solid D lineman, you play him inside or outside depending on what the offense is trying to do. And then offensively, you got to account for that player every single snap, whether you got to double him or you get somebody just to chip on him coming out of the backfield. Fake handoff, direct snap out of the shotgun, just plowing people over. That'll be a 1st down and more for Warburton as he gets it to the Maryvale 40.
Warburton must have broken at least 3 tackles on that one. You can just see how strong this kid really is. He really is that running back that you want out there that is just going to be okay, hand off the ball to me, now try to tackle me and let me do my thing.
Where it really becomes an issue is in the second half when the defense has their hands on their hips and they're just tired from trying to tackle this guy all day long, and now he just rips off 6 or 7 yards to the right side. And as you can see, it seems like he's getting stronger and stronger.
Well, it's confidence, right? Once you see what you're capable of doing out there, that confidence comes out there. But the difference when we saw Cheektowaga against West Seneca East to now is how much you're seeing now Warburton inside that Wildcat, where it's just a direct snap and I'm going to go ahead and run the ball from there. That's the biggest wrinkle and the adjustment that obviously Cheektowaga has made losing their quarterback.
This time it's going to be quarterback keeper up the middle, and it is
Watkins on the carry.
Watkins. Yep, the quarterback, number 2.
So Lamont Watkins getting the direct snap this time, and I like how they're alternating, whether it's Warburton doing Wildcat or Watkins getting in at shotgun or under center.
And we're going to see Moik at one point in here also, so it's probably going to be a different wrinkle. Oh, that went off the...
Loose ball. That's going to be recovered by Maryvale.
So in motion, the player was in motion. The snap went off the helmet of the player in motion and then went over here, and that's going to be a turnover right there for Maryvale.
These are the mistakes we were talking about earlier that you want to avoid. Now Maryvale offense will get a crack at it and see what they can do. Can they put enough pressure on the Cheektowaga defense? 1st and 10, Flyers, ball spotted on the Maryvale 30-yard line.
Big turnover right there from Maryvale, no doubt about it.
If you missed any of the scores from during the week, simply go to WNYathletics.com and get yourself updated as to what's going on in Western New York football.
Hey, you don't even need to do it now, Tony. Take a look. The ticker going along the bottom is giving them all their updates as we speak.
I can't see the screen from here.
Yeah, they're getting all their updates as we speak.
Love it. Quick throw to the outside. It's completion to the 50, the 40, the 30, 20. Brought down just shy over the 10-yard line. What a big play for Maryvale.
Looks like that was Hunter Murphy right there on the reception is who that was.
Number 32, Hunter Murphy. Now they go up the middle for a short gain, maybe 2 or 3.
And this was Hill right here. So Tony, you can see now here's Hill, right? Look at number 3 out there, their running back, and you can see the same type of build that we see on Warburton on the other side. 2 strong running backs that we talked about. These 2 teams mirror each other very well.
Very well. 2nd down for the Flyers. Handoff up the middle again, picking on that A gap.
Was Matt McHouston on the carry right there.
Yep. The senior, 6'2", 173.
So you like that when you got 2 teams that kind of that thunder and lightning. They've always referred to it at the 2 different style of running plays right there.
Ball spotted about the 4-yard line. Maryvale trying to take advantage of the turnover. And a botched snap. And that'll be blown dead at the 10-yard line. So that's be a loss for Maryvale.
And it was a Wildcat right there. So that was a direct to Hill right there. We're almost seeing, like I said, the mirror right there. You're using Warburton that way. Now you see a Hill. I think we're going to see a field goal attempt right here. And it looks like Jobity is their field goal kicker.
That's a really big kicker.
How many linemen, though, have we seen as kickers all throughout Western New York we've seen this year?
This reminds me of old-time NFL. Bad snap, and it's going to be picked up and dropped for a loss. That was a very sloppy play for Maryvale, and they'll turn it over.
Unfortunately, bad snap right there. As you saw, he actually did handle it. I actually thought that was the holder was actually number 32 right there. Murphy,
right.
Again, did a great job of picking it off the carpet right there. Tried to put it back down. Just was going to get hit if he didn't.
By that time, the timing was completely off.
But did a great job of being able to protect something really bad from happening, right? But now you've already seen is we've had one drive for each team, and it's been mistakes right now that have stopped both drives.
In similar fashion.
Yep.
Hand off to Warburton up the middle, and he's brought down after a short gain. It looked like Jobity was there on the tackle for Maryvale.
Yeah, I agree. You can see he kind of came in from the backside right there to make that tackle. Great job, but we got a game in front of us, Tony. This is a battle right now between both teams. This is a great one, folks.
What you can do with Jobity by putting him on the outside, that lets him crash down the line. Quick pass to the outside, complete. Shaking tackles, and he's got room. The 50, the 40, the 30. They're not going to catch him. 10. Touchdown, Cheektowaga. Oh, we do have a flag on the play. This could be coming back.
I think it's number 12. Is that the number that you seem to have right there?
Let me see. Hampton, LaRon.
Yeah, that's who I think it was. I'm trying to see, but there is a flag.
What a shame to wipe out such a great play. But yeah, this one's coming back.
Here we go. You talked about it, right? The mistakes right there have now come back again in this game with 4:20 right now left inside that first quarter.
It actually does a lot to your team as far as your mindset. When you have a big play and it's brought back because of a penalty, you kind of get that letdown, and you don't want to let that fester.
Both teams throw a swing pass already early in this game that go for unbelievable yards. The same exact pass both teams have done to be successful with. So look for them short passes right now. Could be a key and a difference in this game.
1st and 10 for Cheektowaga. Ball spotted on the Cheektowaga 30. We have a pitch out to Warburton on the left side. Trying to break tackles, but he can't get anywhere. Big effort there by Tyler Fox for Maryvale.
Also on that one with number 53, Desmond Walker. He was a part of that too. It was a team thing right there, right? First stop, second stop, right? Third stop, Tony. That was a big team thing in there to be able to slow Warburton down.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and way long. Back to pass, throwing out, and that's going to be incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Young.
3rd and 18.
So a 3rd down and 18 for Cheektowaga. Coach, what do you have in your playbook?
There aren't many, automatic 18, yard pass plays, but like you said, you start to wonder, do you look for that swing pass that we've seen? Why I like that swing pass, and we'll talk about this in a second, Tony, but what you're ultimately doing is getting yourself room past that line.
He's got a man open on the left side, caught at the 50, the 40, he's gone. 20, 10, touchdown.
I don't see flags out there.
I saw that right off the start of the snap. He's got him in the slot, gone.
And that's Nasir Stone right there, that is. It's number 5 who actually caught that one out there. Tony, we're going to show a quick replay right now. Unfortunately, the replay didn't come up. We apologize, everybody. But Stone, you can see, is wide open right there. Got to give the quarterback, finds his man right there, and big pass play. Right now, we've seen 2 big pass plays right now for Cheektowaga.
Waiting for the point after. The snap, the put down, the kick is no good. Tipped at the line. Well, when Cheektowaga broke huddle.
There's a flag right here.
Okay, we're going to see what the refs are calling here.
So hold on. If there's a running into the kicker or running into the holder.
You line up and kick it again.
They're going to pick up the flag.
No flag on the play.
So they picked it up. So, Tony, what I was going to say earlier, just to finish that thought, remember the 2 swing passes that we saw?
Yes.
When you got 2 defenses that are going to come up right there and play as many guys in the box as they are to try to stop that run,
Right.
ultimately that swing pass works out. It's almost like a screen pass in essence, right? You're getting it out past that line right there to where now all you're going to go is a head-to-head or one-on-one right now with somebody, and that's where these passes could really become effective.
And what happens is your defensive backs start creeping up, especially your safeties, and that opens up the slot like we just saw. When Cheektowaga broke huddle and I saw the slot, I saw man-to-man, and the way he released off the line right then and there, and I said if he gets him the ball, he's gone. Sure enough, it was a beautiful pass right on the – you couldn't ask for a better placement. And resulted in a touchdown.
But that's what happens, folks, when you've got an effective run game as you do. And Warburton has been effective in the run game to open up those passes that we saw right there to be able to make Maryvale come into that box and make sure you've got as many people in the box as they do.
Sure, and if your defensive backs are forced to play honest and stay back, that's going to increase your chances in the run game. So everything plays off of each other. And it's all about setting up the next play. Kickoff is deep. Caught at the 22. Brought up field and dropped at about the 35-yard line.
And I think that was McHouston right there, the senior, 6'2", 173-pounder on the return right there. So, again, Tony, nothing to me should really change with what Maryvale, right? The same type of answer that you're looking to do right here, right? Hill, look for big doses of Hill right there. Open up that running game that you saw the same way Cheektowaga did, and then see what you've got as far as your passes go, because no doubt you know Schiller is looking to do the same thing that he just saw Cheektowaga do.
So keep an eye out on the slot and watch for a deep ball out of Maryvale.
And now you got Jobity in the backfield. So look at Jobity to run the ball.
And he gets the pitch on the left side. Breaking tackles, and they'll bring him down at about the line of scrimmage. No gain. Maybe even lost half a yard. It doesn't look like Jobity has the speed to get to the outside on Cheektowaga.
But you know what I watched on that one, Tony? Look at where his first step went on that pitch. It went farther back. Did you see that? So the farther back you're going to go, you're giving that extra second or two for the defense to make that adjustment, right?
Right. And
you got to lead to the outside and not go backwards at all.
Especially if you don't have the speed. Roll out, looking to throw, avoids the rush, and throws it out of bounds, incomplete.
Watch the flag here. That's tough. You don't really have a receiver, and you can't – this isn't like the NFL or college. You can't go to the outside and just throw it out of bounds right there. That can be intentional grounding.
Sure.
You see that called multiple times inside high school, but they felt there was at least somebody close enough for that. But look at the refs are out here talking. Be careful right here because it's a very late flag that gets thrown when they do it. There it is. See,
Good call, Tom.
intentional flag right here. That's going to be intentional grounding is what they're going to do. And it's always done like that. Well, you'll see them talk it over. But you can't go and just throw the ball out of bounds to avoid a sack. It's got to be in right near a receiver.
That's exactly the call, Tom. Loss of down. And they'll back them up.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, it's not the same as in the NFL where they're outside the pocket. They could just get rid of the ball. That is not the rule in high school, which is why you see that called so many different times.
They'll bring up a third down at about 15 or 16 for Maryvale.
Tell you the other good thing though about having a Warburton, a Hill, right, a Jobity in the backfield with your quarterback is you gain another blocker too, right? So you gain the ability hopefully for your quarterback to stay in that pocket a little bit longer to make a big pass play that you need to make in a game like this.
Quick look, quick toss to Jobity, incomplete. So a 4th down and long. This is not the type of place. This is not where you want to go for it. So I'll look for Jobity to end the punt.
And tough play, I'll tell you, that was down low for Jobity to go down after, and he would have been down right there even if he did make that catch right there.
It really didn't make much sense going that short on a 3rd down and 16.
Unfortunately, if you're going to throw the ball to Jobity in a situation like that, you better get it high and then let him do his thing.
Give him the chance to run with it after the catch. High snap over his head. He'll pick it up. He's going to carry it. Now it's up to Cheektowaga to bring him down. They force him out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. What a huge play for Cheektowaga special teams.
Game after game after game in high school sports. You can't say it enough. Special teams will come into play and be the difference in this game. Looking for Cheektowaga. Already had a missed extra point. Special teams. Now a missed punt. Special teams. You're seeing it constantly comes into play in high school football.
Great field position for Cheektowaga, and now we'll see if they can capitalize on it. Already ahead, 6-0.
Looks like Warburton back in at quarterback right here.
He'll take the snap, and he'll lose yards. Host of Maryvale defenders in on the stop.
Walker, though, in the first one in there early on, number 53, Desmond Walker. He's been big, already making a big impact early in this game.
And Maryvale got great penetration on that one. There was really nowhere Warburton had to go. No room at all. 2nd down and long for Cheektowaga.
Little miscommunication on that one.
And once again, Maryvale defense rising to the occasion. Number 53 in on the stop for Maryvale. That would be Walker.
Yeah, just talking about him, right? I mean, you can see we've now called his name 3-4 times already early in this game.
Having a big impact.
But how big is this for the defense of Maryvale, right? I mean, you really have slowed maybe Warburton some, but really haven't stopped him. This has been right now a drive. If you come up with another stop right here,
it's
wow,
huge.
that's your defense really helping out your special teams and your offense right there.
Exactly. Quick toss to the outside. And we got a flag down. It was a completion and just past the original line of scrimmage. But I think this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some sort of hold. You saw actually the ref right there point right at the Cheektowaga receiver.
Maybe he's trying to run a pick or a screen there to spring him on the outside. That's a hold. That's going to bring him back. So now you have Cheektowaga, golden opportunity, and all of a sudden that's fizzling on them.
Very quickly, too.
That type of game with 31 seconds left in the quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 23.
Cheektowaga coaches sending in the play. Hand off to Warburton, trying to bounce it to the outside, breaks a tackle, and finally forced out of bounds after he crossed the 20.
But gets almost all of the negative and penalty yards back right there to at least make it a somewhat manageable 4th down opportunity right here.
So they'll spot it at the 19-yard line. With 13 seconds remaining in the opening quarter, Cheektowaga on top, 6-0. 4th down, they're going to try and add on, and Maryvale defense has been very stingy on this drive. Back to pass, throwing over the middle. Did he catch it or did it skip?
They're saying he caught it. Yep.
Okay.
So that's a 1st down right there.
And that'll move the chains. 1st and goal for Cheektowaga.
Wow, you can see is Watkins has come up big right now today. He's had some big passes right there where he's come up big in the passing department right now for Cheektowaga. One for a touchdown, here for a 4th down pass. That is big for Cheektowaga and really helps his team take the next step.
Well, that's going to end the quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching Cheektowaga versus Maryvale, WNYathletics.com.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
We're back. Tony Kelligeri along with Tom Prince. WNYathletics.com presents high school football. Cheektowaga here at Maryvale taking on the Flyers. 6-0 is our score as we get ready to start the second quarter. And you talked earlier about teams just mirroring each other so far along. Now we're starting to see a little bit of separation as far as that goes.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's been more by the pass, right? Really has been the difference in this game that's been able to throw Cheektowaga over the top.
Shotgun, Warburton in the Wildcat, and he's going to plow his way into the end zone for a Cheektowaga touchdown.
Warburton on the touchdown carry.
He is just a tough tackle. He really is. Tony, take a look. We're actually going to see the replay on this one, so, and apologize again.
Parlato tried to go one-on-one with Warburton, and not quite as big. Vinny's only 145 pounds. He's given up almost 100 trying to stop him, and that would have been a lot to ask for. But Warburton able to get pads low and plow his way into the end zone for a Cheektowaga touchdown. Now they'll go for the point after. The question is, will they go for 2?
They are. Yep, they're going for 2 right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes direct snapped again to Warburton again.
And it is. This time it goes over his head. Loose ball. Picked up. Nope. Scoop. Still loose.
Yeah, you can't
and blown
advance
down.
it anyway, so it's dead right there. You just make the stop. You can't advance it for any extra points or any more points for Maryvale. So play just dead right there.
So 2 fail point attempts for Cheektowaga, and they are up 12-0.
But listen, you still put it in the end zone. You still got that score. But, boy, you really are getting that feeling that special teams could be the difference right now in this game.
Right.
Especially now. So, listen, you got to look at this as Maryvale is, okay, we made a bunch of mistakes, but we're still in this game, right? We could come down here, score, get the extra point, and it be a 5-point game, right? We could really be right back in this. This drive, though, becomes important where you've got to, 1, control the clock in the time of possession, and 2, got to figure out a way to start putting points on the board.
They have to have success on this drive.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't result in points, they have to be able to march the ball downfield for a confidence standpoint, and also from a coaching standpoint to see what's working. What are you going to be able to rely on, especially in the second half when you're really going to need it. But you're trailing 12-0. You have to make something happen. Short kickoff. Brought up, going up to the outside the left side, and he's going to be gang tackled and thrown out of bounds. Hunter Murphy bringing the ball back for Maryvale.
So let's see what we got, right? And this is the answer that we're looking for right here. You know, Coach Tadaro's got to have something up his sleeve. He does all the time. I'm expecting something big right here.
Hunter Murphy on that return.
You think about it, I mean, this division is so tough, so competitive, up and down. We've been saying for years, and how you win B, you're doing something.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. We've been talking about some of the North things, right? Because you got Maryvale and Cheektowaga here, and Albion and Maritime, right? Loaded top 4 right
Sure. High snap on the shotgun. And that's going to be forced out of bounds. Maybe a yard or two game, but it seems like why are we having so much trouble with the snap on the shotgun? You've been
on both
in
sides.
shotguns all year so far. This is the last regular season game of this, and you're sending it over the quarterback's head.
on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether it's Cheektowaga or Maryvale.
Both centers having difficulty.
But how about B South? We're not even talking about that, right? Think about Iroquois.
And Iroquois, what kind of year they're having?
West Seneca East. Don't forget about the big game that happened last night. Olean and Pioneers, the 2 other teams here in the B.
Fake handoff up the middle. Quarterback keeper. Murphy's breaking. Crosses the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, and brought out of bounds just shy of the 15.
Schiller, what
Schiller,
a great
what
job.
a nice fake over the middle and kept it and went.
But, folks, for you to be able to run up the gut like that and find a hole, you got to give that offensive line some credit, right? That hole opened up beautifully right up the middle for him to go up, Tony, and then be able to break it to the outside, and then he took over with his running ability. A great play, and the answer came that we were looking for from Maryvale so far.
Jobity with a nice decoy. They faked it into his, Schiller faked it into Jobity's stomach, kept it himself, and I think that drew the attention. Now they go handoff on the right side. Nice little run there for Hill.
Did you see the hole there? You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
it from here. We saw the
I
hole
coulda
open
ran through
up
that
right
hole.
there. And look, they're running behind Jobity right now. As you see, he was kind of like a fullback is where he's lining up over here.
Sure.
But you can see that extra blocker right there. They run behind him, and that hole opened up beautifully right there for an 8-yard gain.
If he can seal a linebacker, that gives you a lot of real estate to run through. Second down and about 2 for the Flyers. Deep into Cheektowaga territory. Shotgun. Quarterback keeper up the middle and brought down immediately. Justice Hill had nowhere to go.
That's that Wildcat. I'll tell
Yeah.
you, Cheektowaga, whenever they've gone into that Wildcat, have done a very good job defensively. And you can almost see, too, for both teams, now that we're seeing them go into this Wildcat, we haven't seen them pass out of the Wildcat, right? So what are you going to start seeing here shortly when we see that happen for either team, Tony? We're going to see more kids go into that box, right, and try to make that stop on the run.
Eventually it's going to spring somebody over top. Schiller back in the shotgun. Rolling out, throwing to the opposite side. To Hill.
That should be a first down right there.
I think, yep, they are giving him a first. First and goal for Maryvale. They need to punch it in here, Tom.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, but how do you beat right now when you see a team getting penetration like that? That's exactly one of the things, right? That screen pass becomes big.
Oh, I think they're going to get Cheektowaga for a false, for offsides.
Yep.
Offsides on Cheektowaga.
So half the distance to the goal from there. So it looks like they'll be down. What do you think about the 3.5-yard line?
Yeah, right around there. On the 3. And that last play, or before the penalty, I noticed that the right side was completely open on the Cheektowaga defense. Only one player out there.
3-yard line for Maryvale.
They're stacking the inside of the box. So they're daring Maryvale to get to the outside. Jobity, the lead back. Hill takes the shotgun, and he plows into the end zone for a Maryvale touchdown.
Well, we got a game, but here's the special teams now we're going to talk about, right?
Right.
Can Maryvale tack on some of those extra points needed here? Are they going to go for 2? Are they going to? It looks like they're going for 2 right here.
Who do they bring in at quarterback?
It
Now
looks
they're
like- it
doing.
looks
Now,
like-
now they're doing one of those razzle dazzle things where you line up your line on one side of the field, then you switch them to the
No,
middle.
They're going to the extra point. They're going to kick it.
I still don't understand the thought process behind doing this, where you shift the line. I don't get it. The snap, the put down, the kick is up, and it's good. Jobity drills it through. 12-7 is our score.
Well, Tony, the only thing you think about is when teams look at see so much film like we do today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you change men and put them in different spots so you can't think there's a spot that you're going to go drive or you're going to do something to go in for a block? Do you cause just confusion by doing that because you're going to run right up and do that,
Well,
and it's not the same people in the same spots?
You have to see on film that they do something out of that.
Yes.
Other than show formation to that left side and then everybody shifts. Because if that's all you do, why bother moving anybody around? I mean, yeah, you do have to protect against the side of the field, but there's no real threat.
So
They do run it out of there? Okay.
So there you go. So obviously they do a couple different,
Yeah, so,
plays out
okay,
of
you
that.
give the defense something to think about at that point and whether they do it. But
But boy, we got ourselves a game, right?
We
and,
do.
And what do we say? Come down, score, get the extra point. It's a 5-point game now, right?
think about what what it does for the mindset. Yeah, now we know we can move the ball on these guys. Now we know we can punch it in. Now we know what's working with the fakes and having Jobity as your lead blocker as he gets ready to kick it off. And he sends one deep. That's held in at around the 10-yard line, crossing the 20, and it'll be wrapped up just over the 20-yard line.
And it looked like it was number 30, Seville Lucas, the freshman here also. So I'll tell you, we heard about some of the JV players coming up, and they're already having an impact as you see some of the youth right here in Cheektowaga really having an impact in this game.
And the coaches really didn't expect to see any of them come in and do much. You know, it's senior day, you bring them up and get the experience.
Remember, both of these teams playing for the 3rd seed right now. The other one will be the 4th seed. So
Like, all right, it comes down to who do you want to play?
now, do you really want to play Iroquois or West Seneca East?
It's a tall order either way.
I will say this. Cheektowaga wants another shot at West Seneca East.
Oh, sure.
Overtime game, lost by a point. You know they want to play that game
and
over
they
again.
know they can play with them.
Yep.
They know they belong. So you get that hunger aspect. But Iroquois has been rolling people this year.
Well, and again, you know Iroquois has got one of the top quarterbacks in the area with Trey Kleitz out there. I love what we're seeing with Barry starting to get confidence in the running game over there with Iroquois. You're starting to see some big things happen over there. It's right now, early on, you got to say, you can't wait to see a Maritime/Iroquois matchup.
Meanwhile, Warburton just plow him through. That's about a 7-yard pickup for the big guy.
Gain of 13 on the play brings up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, remember there was a 5-yard penalty right there. So you got the 5-yard penalty
And
more.
some. It's about a 13-yard pickup.
So Tony let everybody know we're going to tune in later tonight, right? About 5:30, everything's going to start. We're doing the Section 6 playoff preview show at St. Francis Canisius, and then we've got the pregame St. Francis Canisius, and then watch out. Could be right now you could consider game of the year, St. Francis Canisius tonight.
Big game. Keep an eye out for Jake Burek for Canisius. This kid is a sophomore stud on the offensive and defensive line. Warburton hitting the backfield, bounces off, gets out of bounds, maybe a yard pickup. The video highlights I've seen of Canisius so far, and Burek just pancakes people. He's 6'4", 6'5", about 245. Real big real big boy, and he can move.
Well, guess what? He's got his, on the flip side, Jimmy Scott's going to be on the flip side for St. Francis. Look for that. Will be one of the matchups I'm sure we're going to see.
But there you've got a seasoned player like that going up against a young kid like Burek. That's going to be really a big challenge.
But I'll tell you, you got to look at what Canisius and who St. Francis and Canisius have played right now. They have played teams to prepare them for this.
Canisius playing powers in Massachusetts and
St. Francis too.
Yeah, I mean,
St. Francis took on the 5-time defending state champion in Ohio, and really had a close game.
Sure.
It was 7-3 at halftime. So no doubt these two teams, I think, match up very good. I really believe we're going to see a close game tonight.
3rd down and about a yard for Cheektowaga. Handoff, taking the snap. That'll be good for a 1st down. It looked like CJ with the carry.
CJ Krasanowicz.
Krasanowicz on the carry, gain of 5 on the play.
CJ, you talk about a lot, does a lot on the receiver end of the spectrum, but does a good job to help that running game and also kind of throw things off, right? You're not constantly focusing on Warburton. Gives them another option, right?
Sure. There. Is there anybody that hasn't lined up in the shotgun for Cheektowaga today?
Well, probably someone from the line hasn't yet.
Maybe, yeah. Give it time. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Handoff to Warburton. Left side, just running people over. Just shy of the 50.
Warburton on the carry.
Both offensive lines just doing a great job of opening those holes up.
2nd down and 5 for Cheektowaga. It seems like Warburton is just starting to pick it up a little bit more. But then again, Maryvale's shown flashes of where they can not only stop them, but stop them for losses.
Well, think about it. They did it on the last drive. It was the passing game that got them into the end zone on the last drive for Cheektowaga.
Mix up in the backfield. He wanted to go to Warburton. Warburton went to the wrong side, and that's going to result in a loss.
See Miller, the first one in there again. He's come up big today, 53 Miller. Got some help on that one, no doubt about it, right? But you could see Miller, the first one in there.
Sure.
He just is really made an impact in this game defensively.
3rd down and 7. Ball spotted on the 48 of Cheektowaga.
You would think where they went for it on the first drive, they're in 4th down territory as far as we're concerned.
Quick pass to the outside, caught. And immediately met by the corner who came up on the right side. I couldn't get the number 4 for Maryvale. That would be Noah Reichel. What a beautiful job coming up, getting pad low, meeting him for no gain.
That's one of the first times we've seen that quick, pass out to the outside. Defended very well right there.
Very well. You couldn't defend that any better.
Did you actually see as the ball being thrown, Jobity leap in the air and almost tip the pass? Did you see that arm go up in the air?
Yeah, because I was wondering whether the ball was going to get over him.
Unbelievable. I thought Jobity was going to absolutely tip that.
Showing punt here, and not much distance, but good height. Received at about the 25-yard line. Breaking tackles, crossing the 50. What a run there for number 32, Hunter Murphy.
Big special teams right there, right? Literally, you just negated everything. You're now inside Cheektowaga territory right here. That's a big special teams. And again, we talk about special teams coming into play in this one. And this is now 3:27 left. You got a chance right now with the way you run the ball to almost finish out this quarter right now with the ball in your hands, right? And think about this. We were just talking about a 12-0 game here shortly and how one good drive can flip the momentum of this game. What would happen right now if they take out the time and be able to take the lead in this game? How big would that be for the whole momentum of this game?
Yeah, it gives you a brand new game in the second half. Shotgun, Schiller trying to keep it, and he is met immediately. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Cheektowaga defenders were everywhere.
So Schiller, just so everybody realizes, is the number 2 running back as far as running the ball. That's Hill.
Looks like
I
Hill
think.
is
Yeah.
injured.
Hopefully that's just some sort of cramp. Let's hope that's exactly what it is. Everybody thinks like cramping only happens when the weather's warm.
no.
It doesn't. It happens in this weather just as much as the warm. While they look at Hill, why don't we take a quick break right here? We'll come back and make sure Hill's okay.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Welcome back to Maryvale High School. Maryvale taking on Cheektowaga. This is rivalry weekend in Western New York. Really excited about that big game tonight on WNYathletics.com, Canisius and St. Francis. Oh, he wanted to go to a quick pass on the out, but thought wisely, kept it himself, and Schiller's brought down. He got close to the original line of scrimmage. We'll bring a 4th down and long.
I think that was a good play by Schiller. I think he throws that. That's going to be a loss
Sure.
right there. I think that's a good keep right there by
That's
Schiller.
heads up.
Yep. To let everyone know Hill is okay. He did walk off on his own, so everybody knows Hill seemed to be okay.
Yeah, like you said, it looked like maybe a cramping issue.
Yeah, he's running right now on the sideline. So hopefully that's that he's okay. He's just getting himself back, get ready to get back in this game.
Quick pass to the outside, caught. Trying to shake tackles and brought out of bounds. Parlato really didn't have much room to go.
Well, you saw, there's a flag down too, Tony. Look on the far side.
Yep, I see
there's
it.
a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
You would think
Away
that's
from
in
the play.
Yeah, and that's in the backfield, so you wonder if there's some sort of, you would think it's some sort of hold. Oh, false start.
Oh, okay. Decline it. That would be the smart thing to do.
But now, you got to think, are you in the zone? Do you want to try to pin Cheektowaga right here, or do you go for this? This is a tough call right here.
I'm thinking go for it. Defense is playing well enough.
Yep, 140 right now, and they are going to go for this.
Again, you got one-on-one coverage on the right side.
And Cheektowaga is going to call timeout right here.
Hunter Murphy, one-on-one coverage. It looks like he's matched up with Lamont Watkins. That'd be interesting to see if they test that side.
And what you got to be careful on, like I talked about, is the number 1 in yardage, right? Running the ball is Schiller for Maryvale.
Mm-hmm.
So he can absolutely take off run. We've already seen it right here,
Sure.
right?
He had that long run.
So think about, too, Tony, when you get into a pass set like this, it does open the ability up for
you're
your
spreading the
quarterback.
field.
Absolutely. So you're giving the opportunity for your quarterback to run. That could easily be an option that we're going to talk about here, especially if we've already seen some of the holes open up the way we have by these lines. You see a hole open up by Schiller, watch out, he could take off, and that could be another way of getting that first down.
Because what you're doing is you're creating space. And when you have space, easy for the player to recognize where to go. Then the question is does Cheektowaga have a spy on the quarterback?
Yep, that is
especially when you know that they have the ability and you know that's in their playbook, that's something they like to do.
So it looks like we're getting the cheerleader fatheads out right now as you can see the families coming in. I think
cool.
That's awesome. That really is. But you're right. You wonder almost if that was the reason for the timeout, right? But they're going to go right now and punt it. So so they actually, Maryvale changes out and decides to go differently.
Nice punt there. It's going to take a Maryvale bounce and be blown dead at around the 20. The thing is that what my worry if I'm Maryvale is the snap.
Yeah.
that's not the place you want the snap going over the punter's head.
Especially with all the grass
Right.
right there. But I'll tell you, I thought Lavelle Gamblin right there, number 44, I thought he was going to block that. He was right there, just
Sure.
missed blocking that. Boy, tell me that wouldn't have been a big special teams play right there.
Again, it changes the game.
But you got to think right now with the way both the long snappers we're seeing with either team, if I'm right now going to go there, I'm going to bring the house to try to block one of these because
Sure.
you never know what's going to happen.
Especially if you know the center's floating it back, not getting the zip on it. Shotgun. Quick throw, and the pass is batted down. Either Jobity or number 77, Alex Coxon, was there to tip it. It was tough for me to see because I'm shut off by the window.
It was hard to tell, Tony, either way, but I'll tell you.
They were both there.
What about the penetration? That's what you look at, right? They gave him no time to throw the ball. Great penetration by both of them. So 1:20 right now left inside the first half. You can see CHEEKTOWAGA in the mindset of throwing the ball right now.
Sure, they want to attack, try to get something before the half. We have about, a minute 20 before halftime? It's enough time to march a drive downfield. Shotgun, handoff to the big guy up the middle, Warburton. Maybe 3 on the carry.
You assume that's going to be a timeout, CHEEKTOWAGA right there.
Do we have an injury?
Oh, no, Maryvale.
We may have an injury. Maryvale player still down on the ground.
Is that number 77 who's down?
He's got his helmet off now.
I think that was number 77 because he was in on that tackle with Jobity right there. So
He
I
really
think
looks
it's
like
Coxon.
he's in some pain.
Looks like they're going down to his ankle. Is that what it looks like right now, Tony?
Could have sprained it, sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we take a quick break while they look at them right now? So we'll come back, make sure that player is okay, but we'll take a quick break right here at Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
We're back at Maryvale High School. CHEEKTOWAGA. Warburton takes the handoff, hit the backfield, and was able to plow forward for a couple. Alex Coxon, the injured Maryvale player, did walk off the field with no sign of a limp. I believe he'll be okay, and we'll see him back in the game.
Yeah, he's on the bench right now, so let's just hope he's okay. But it looks like we're going to get another timeout here by CHEEKTOWAGA. But how about that hit by Warburton takes by Hill in the backfield, right?
Bounced straight off
Absorbs that
him.
hit, takes it, and then turns it into a positive. I mean, these guys some of the hits in this game and the running backs, the way they're breaking tackles has just been really fun to watch how strong these running backs are to be able to turn what should be negative plays into positive ones.
Right. 4th down and 4. Ball is spotted on the 26-yard line. 54 seconds left in the half. CHEEKTOWAGA on top of Maryvale, 12-7.
So I apologize. It was Maryvale who took that timeout. It wasn't CHEEKTOWAGA right there. And what they're going to force right here, Tony, is they're forcing him to punt it.
Right.
Right? And this is exactly what we talked about right here now. Now you see what we do. Do you see right now Maryvale just bring the house right here? Because you would think you're not going to go for this, are you?
Well, I'm thinking, all right, does CHEEKTOWAGA have screenplays in their playbook? Or is that something that they go to?
No. See, they're going to punt this. They're going to punt it. And they're bringing it. Look.
And nothing. Brought down immediately. Guess who was there for the stop? Jobity.
But now look at all those timeouts that came into play. 50 seconds now left, and you've got the ball at the 22-yard line.
Deep inside your opponent's territory.
Now you're going to – and remember, you got a kid that can kick field goals, right?
Sure.
We saw them go for the extra point, so you don't have to get all the way to make something happen right here to put points on the board. But it looks like we got another injury, and this one I'm a little worried about. He's holding his knee.
I can't quite see the number. Again, the Cheektowaga jerseys are hard to tell apart because you got gold lettering on a white jersey, and it's tough to see.
It looks like number 12, if I'm correct. But it is hard. I can't catch the whole number. 12, I can't tell if it was 12 or 14.
So you're thinking it's either
it may be Hampton is who it is, because I don't think they've got a 14 right now out there. So let's see.
That would have been Moy, and Moy's not going to come out.
I don't want to assume anybody right now. So let's just wait. We'll wait to see as he gets up.
It's going to be interesting when you get it, when both teams get into the half, what the coaches say to the what changes they're going to address. One of the things they have to talk to is the centers about these snaps and tighten that up.
It's funny. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen some centers out here doing some work right here on when you see a lot of that in games. So here it is. 13 is who it was.
Oh, he's limping bad.
Yeah, and it's number 13, who is C.J. Krasanowicz. And C.J. is a big part of this offense and this team in Cheektowaga. Let's hope C.J.'s okay. He is walking off on his own at least.
Very gingerly.
But he's got a limp. There's no doubt about it, right? And he was holding that knee, which worries me is that there's, he hurt that knee.
His right leg, he's really favoring it, trying to limp off the field. But you're right. I mean, key contributor of offense and defense, wide receiver and in the defensive backfield. So they'll spot the ball at the 21-yard line.
And it looks like they're going to go into a Wildcat again. This is Hill or Jobity.
Jobity's going to keep. He's going to throw it. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Murphy. Nobody covered Murphy coming out of the right side.
Tony, we talked about it earlier. We said nobody's thrown out of the Wildcat yet. Remember? We said nobody threw out of it. So you're going to stack the box every time you saw the Wildcat. And there we go. Murphy breaks out Jobity. The first time we see somebody pass out of that. And there we go. Maryvale with the lead right now.
I think one of the coaches may have been listening to you, Tom.
Boy, what a half, though. What a half. First half goes to first quarter goes to Cheektowaga. Second quarter goes to Maryvale.
Murphy throws. Jobity over the middle. Touchdown. Extra point is good.
And there's that wrinkle, right? That's why you do that setup right there. There's a flag. And it's going to be passing interference against Cheektowaga. So wait a second. He went one way and then the other way. So no, now they're saying it's against Maryvale. So
is he saying Jobity pushed off?
Yep, that's it. That's what it is. So you would see this is going to be a big penalty right here. So this is going to be tough to convert, and makes it a really tough extra point even to kick.
Sure. Then you're better off just bringing your offense out and running a play. But they were showing the unbalanced formation again.
See, this is a 15-yarder right here is what it is.
That's a big penalty.
Yep. So that's a 15-yarder. This is a long extra point either way. And that's exactly what I think you're doing. You're going to see the offense come back out. See Schiller coming back out right now on the field. So they're going to go right now to their offensive set and try to do some sort of play right here.
Then defensively, you just bring your safeties and corners. You drop them back a little bit more, and you force Maryvale to throw it underneath. But you better be able to come up big on the stop. Jobity is out wide to the right.
So and Hill over to the left. Look, Hill by himself to the left.
Yep. And Maryvale's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Maryvale.
Oh, I didn't
So
think
something
they had
that
any
they
left.
didn't like.
Oh, they must have given him one back as that one was in the injured
Right.
player out on the field that we called. So they must have given that one back because, like I said, we had him at 0 timeouts left. So 44 seconds right here. But, boy, how about this? Does special teams not come into play all game here as Jobity comes out, stops the punt from going off, makes the tackle right here, gives his team the opportunity to go for a touchdown, throws the touchdown himself, and then now we're talking about the extra point right now trying to get converted because this is still an extra point play.
Is there anything that Jobity doesn't do? I mean, like, does he sell programs before the game?
Like we said, we talked about him that he was going to be a big player and a big contributor in this game, and right now he's done just about everything that's been asked of him.
I'm going to check the concession stand at halftime to see if he's flipping burgers.
No, you just wanted that pizza that was
That
coming
too.
in. That was
I'm not lying. I'm thinking about it.
And he said he was going to come up here. We told him to bring some up here, right? He said he was coming.
Yeah, like 3 sheet pizzas there. I said, that's a snack for me and Tom.
So it looks like here we go. Schiller in. Hill's now going to be in the backfield.
Wrinkles, wrinkles, wrinkles. Back to pass. Schiller throwing it to the end zone. He's got a man. Did he have it? Did he have control and get his foot in bounds? Yes. 2-point conversion is good.
Wow, I'll tell you, it looked like he didn't have control, that he went out first is what it had looked like real quick.
It was so tough to see.
But I'm not the ref right there in the field, and he gives it to him, and that 2-point conversion gets converted. And right now, the special teams is being won by Maryvale, and it is the difference right now in this game.
Absolutely. 15-12 is our score. 44 seconds remaining in the half.
Boy, rivalry week continues, and I'll tell you, this has been – you love it when you say is, boy, this should be a good one, right? This should be a good game. But, boy, it's even better, Tony, when they live up to that. And we're seeing that game get lived up to right here as we got a great one. Yeah, look, Jobity kicks, right? He punts. He throws the ball for touchdowns. He catches extra points, right? He runs the ball a little bit.
Does it all.
You're right. We're going to have to see what he's doing at halftime, right?
That's going to be a tired young man after this game.
So now how does Cheektowaga answer, right?
I was thinking about that. Are they going to try and push it downfield, or are they going to be, let's take a knee, regroup at the half, and come up with something cheerleaders are having fun out there. Jobity squib kicks it to the 20, being brought upfield and brought down as he crossed the 35-yard line, maybe around the 37.
Flag those down.
Flag on the play.
It's usually a hold.
Really high, though. See where it, but you can see you can see some of the Cheektowaga players' reactions right there. It's going to go against Cheektowaga. Yep. And there's
Holding
that
call against Cheektowaga, so they'll mark that one back.
So I'll tell you, what we've seen early in this game is that Cheektowaga has been very effective behind Warburton, right? So, and then mixing in the pass play because of how effective Warburton is. You wonder if you're better off right now with 30 seconds. Take the knee, right, for the 37 seconds and go, because that's been more effective for you, and try to be able to work on what we need to make stops defensively and know that we can move the ball offensively and wait till the second half.
Warburton hasn't ripped off the big runs that I thought we were going to see.
But still,
Maryvale's
8,
done
9, you know what I mean? 13.
And here he
even.
goes.
Here it is again, right?
He'll have the first down. He's breaking tackles, crosses the 50, and out of bounds at about the 45.
So what is more? What? No, we're not going to dig any knee. I want to run the ball and look at what I do.
Give it to the big guy. I mean, if he breaks a tackle, he's gone.
And look we actually see number 77 for Maryvale, right? Coxon come back in the game, so that's good to see him. We knew he was out a little bit for an injury, so that's great to see.
He's got good size, 296 pounds. You want big guys in there, especially when you're going up against Warburton. Handoff to Warburton. Looks like they had a mix-up in the backfield. Coxon almost had him for a loss.
But Jobity makes sure he helps out and picks up his teammate and gets a tackle right there. So the only other player we're looking at right now to see if he's, and I think he is back in the game too, is Krasanowicz. He is. Take a look. I think that's Krasanowicz right in the middle of the pack right there. See him walk with a little bit of a limp?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Krasanowicz, and he's also back in the game right there.
A gamer.
Which is great to see. And you can see he's obviously not 100%,
Sure.
and he does not want to come out of this game, which is great to see.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 11 for Cheektowaga. They called a timeout. Was that their last timeout?
No, they're showing, I think they got 1 left. And they're busting the chops of the AD right here. I'm telling you, man. That's the one I'm not busting.
As Rodney Dangerfield said, it's a tough crowd up here. It's a tough crowd.
Tim, we love you over here, though, I'll tell you. So
now it looks like they're bringing Warburton out to the right. He's the guy you want to get in space. So they have him in a slot position. Quarterback couldn't handle the snap, and he's dropped for a loss. Coxon there with the sack. That hurts you. Now you just pretty much let the clock go. 7 seconds left. They're just going to let it tick away.
3rd and 21.
And there you go.
So that'll end the first half. Whereas Tom said, we had a tale of 2 quarters. Cheektowaga the first quarter, Maryvale the second quarter. Maryvale leads 15-12. We'll be back. You're watching high school football on WNYathletics.com.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? to defy age, or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do. Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com's Presents High School Football. We are at Maryvale High School, where Maryvale's taking on Cheektowaga. Maryvale has the lead 15-12. Tony Kelladry along with Tom Prince. As you said, Tom, the first half, it was a battle. It was a tale of quarters. First quarter, Cheektowaga, you give them the edge, but the second quarter was mostly Maryvale.
Yeah, it really was, and that's been the difference in the game so far. And really, you could say the reason for the lead for Maryvale, to me, is special teams. That's the difference, as they have really won the special teams in the first half, and that's right now the difference with a 3-point lead.
Getting ready for the kickoff. Cheektowaga to kick off to Maryvale, and we're underway. Brought in around the 20, out to the right side, breaking tackles, crossing the 50. Beautiful return there by Matt McClouston.
And another special teams, right? Opportunity right there, win for you, as you're now back in Cheektowaga's territory to start this half. While we're here, I want to throw a special shout-out to the special teams right here at Maryvale. I got a great opportunity to coach a young player that's out here for one of his first years playing football, Nick Jacobs. You want to talk about a great kid, amazing family. I got the opportunity to coach him in baseball. Pitcher, infielder, everything. This kid does it and does it all with a smile on his face. Absolutely love this kid, this family. Wish him luck the rest of the way.
Outstanding. Schiller back to pass. Dumps it to Hill. Breaking tackles. He's got a first down and more. Close to the 30-yard line.
Big play right there. We talk about that's a way to absolutely, when you have a team that's getting penetration right there, a way to beat that penetration. The screen pass does a great job of it right there.
Tom, you're talking about having the pleasure to coach young men, as I do, and tomorrow will be the end of a chapter in my life. It'll be my last time coaching my son. Niagara Falls Junior Football Club Vipers. We're headed to Wilson. Will be our last game. And last time I'm going to coach several of these kids that I've had the pleasure to coach the last 5 years. It kind of sad for me.
And a lot of us haven't gotten those updates because we haven't been on WGR, right? 550. We get those updates all the time. I know a lot of people haven't gotten those updates. And I'll tell you this, Nick, good luck, buddy. You know we're all going to be wanting you to have a big game right there. We're all rooting for you, especially Dad. But listen, we all follow you whether you realize it or not. You better have a big game because I'm going to be watching for you.
I'm getting emotional right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
It's all right. This was, it's meant everything to me. It's the greatest joy I've had in my life is getting to coach my son, something that I've dreamed about since I was young. And it was special.
And he's a great kid to boot,
Oh,
really
he
is. He's a phenomenal kid.
Shotgun. And it's going to be a keeper with Hill out of the Wildcat with the big guy leading the way, Jobity.
And on the tackle there was number 50 for Cheektowaga, Mackay West, the junior 6-foot, 250-pounder.
You think about this, though. You've got Jobity at 250, followed by Hill at 245 coming at you. Have a nice day, defense.
and flip on the other side, right? You got Warburton, right. 225 coming at you.
Man.
And I think, I hate to say
do
this,
have an injury.
I think this is Jobity that's down right now.
Yeah, I'm looking for 44 elsewhere, and I don't see him.
And they're helping him up. So I think we're good.
That is him. He's
We've
fine.
seen a lot of those, like I said, is you wonder if they're just quick things that really we need to make sure that we've got enough water and we're dehydrated out there is what it is.
I tell the kids all the time, you got to start drinking water, not just the day before the game. 2 days before the game, you really should be starting. And like you mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be 80 degrees for you to cramp.
Yep.
3rd down and 1. Hill in the Wildcat. And he'll take the snap up the middle. He believe he's got the first. The chain crew's already set to move.
They already signaled. They gave him the first down right there.
Was such a big kid back there. That's tough to bring down. Then you throw in McHouston, and he's really tall. Doesn't have the weight, but he's 6'2". There's some size on Maryvale. Uh-oh, flag. Late flag. Against Maryvale.
Looks like an illegal substitution.
So a late flag came on an illegal substitution.
Too many men.
That's the kind of things that that we were talking about earlier, Tom, is the mistakes and how the penalties would impact the game.
Yep, and we saw it a lot early, right? And it kind of settled down as far as flag-wise. Then it was more mistake-wise that people were capitalizing on.
Sure. Now they go Schiller under center, and I think they drew Cheektowaga off sides, and they'll get that 5-yard back. Get him under center, throw a little voice inflection in there, bam, offsides.
There's that 5 yards back.
Some quarterbacks are just, they have a knack for it, you know? They just know how to throw that voice.
From the Cheektowaga 19.
And it is a defensive line coach. This is something I practice all the time, is changing up the voice and the cadence to get them to jump.
So let's just start this right over again, right?
Yep,
We're back to 1st and 10.
Exactly. Do over. Schiller under center. Pitch to McClouston. Cuts it inside. He'll be close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, looks like about a 9-yard gain is what that one's going to be right there. But he does a good job. You get him to the outside. We've already seen how he can return kicks, right?
Right.
So obviously he's got that speed and that burst when he sees the hole right there. You expect this one to go right up the hill, right up the gut right now, try to get that first down.
Yeah, Hill in at fullback, and that's exactly what they do. And he just plows into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryvale.
But you can see, actually, that's where you like that combo, right? Because you're worried about one going to the outside, one going up the middle. You can't stack that box like you want to. And you see that time Hill takes it right up the middle and does what he does well.
Well, this is going to be a tell right here, Tom. If they go for it on 2, that's telling us that Jobity is a little bit more injured than we thought. I'm not seeing him on the field. There he is, yep, on the bench.
So that wasn't probably just a dehydration thing,
right.
I'll tell you that. So it had to be a little bit more there.
Could be a stinger somewhere in the leg. So if they're wrapping him up, might be an ankle issue. Schiller out of the shotgun, throws it. He's got McClouston, touchdown. Point after is good. That's 2 2-point conversions for Maryvale.
And now what you've done is you've turned this into a 2-possession game, right? 2-possession game right now with those 2 different 2-point conversions on the last one and this one. That's big. You've really changed the dynamics of this game early on in the 3rd quarter.
For sure.
So we've got right now 7:50, just under 8 minutes we have left in the game right here. So you can see what happened here is about 4 minutes on the drive, right? A great drive right there, which is what Maryvale wanted to do, come out and do, build off that 2nd quarter. Now, again, just like we talked about, remember back at the beginning of the 2nd quarter, right? What was Maryvale's answer going to be? How were they going to come back and do? guess what? Now it's in Cheektowaga's hands. They can't fall down anymore. They've got to have that same type of answer right now. You've got to have that methodical drive is what you've got to do, and you have to right now try to put points on the board. You do not want to fall any farther behind in this game. And what Tony was just doing was pointing out Jobity is back into the game as he's going to kick this one off.
He's been getting some pretty good distance on his kicks. And he nails one deep. That's going to go over the head of the return man into the end zone, and they'll bring that one out.
Boy, that ball almost looked like it was going to go straight up the way it bounced right there, right? And that would have been trouble if it didn't go in the end zone for Cheektowaga. But thankfully for them, it does. And now you're going to see Cheektowaga take over on the 20-yard line. 80 yards got to go, but this is important that this drive has to be a drive right here. Time of possession, and you've got to be showing something right here that you can put points on the board. Or they haven't scored since the first quarter.
No, they haven't. So you got to wonder how they're going to tackle the second half. Are we going to see a steady dose of the big guy now, or? And that's exactly what they do out of the Wildcat. But he is met in the backfield for no gain. In fact, he lost a few. And Warburton just can't get it going.
Well, it looked like there was a little miscommunication. You saw him bounce off one of his players right there. But I'll tell you, Walker and Jerku right there, big in on the stop. Both of them coming in big and attacking right now into the backfield. That's big right there.
Sure.
And not the start Cheektowaga wanted here, right?
So now you're looking at 2nd down and 12. It's ball spotted on the 17-yard line, and Cheektowaga is just spinning its wheels and not getting any traction. And there's been what seems like miscommunication in the backfield several times. Pass attempt, they tried to go to that one play again to the slot. This time it was batted down.
Okay, I want to give credit to this
57.
player right here. It was actually, so this is Nate Wiley right there, the junior, 6'1", 202. Normally is number 17,
right,
which we know is what? More of a receiver-type player,
a skill
defensive
position.
back.
Sure.
Well, they needed help on the line. They put him in 57 today, so he comes in, is now playing on the line right there, and now comes up with a big play. Give Wiley tons of credit right there.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 12 now for Cheektowaga. Hand off to Warburton, trying to break tackles, and brought down by a host of Maryvale defenders.
Let's see. I think you needed everyone but one player right there to make the tackle right there on Warburton. As you can just see, he really is that strong back. But now 4th down, you're going to have to punt this. I'll be shocked they go for this. Right? You're going to sit here. You're going to now punt this, and this was not the start that Cheektowaga wants to that second half. You could end up giving right now Maryvale unbelievable field position for them to put more points on the board.
Sure. They're not in punt formation.
Well, he'll step back.
Okay.
See, they did this earlier, right? So he'll step back.
Low snap. Terrible punt. Out of bounds. It'll be short of the 40. That's not the place to shank a punt. So I don't know if it went off the side of his foot or just the timing was off. But, again, Maryvale, great field position. And you just had Hill almost knocked out one of his teammates trying to celebrate.
That was hilarious. So
William Rathburn got like a rough end of that one.
He jumps up and literally does the celebration with Hill, and literally Hill still comes down fine, and he goes out to the other about 5 yards out. That was great. But listen, that's what high school sports is all about, right? Memories right there.
Oh, the memories are amazing.
It really is. And here you are. You're in a rivalry game. No doubt both teams want this one. And right now, Maryvale, since the second quarter, really has taken control of this game, and they really have an opportunity right here to make this a 3-score game.
That would be very, very big for Maryvale, and obviously put Cheektowaga in a bind. Rolling out under pressure, avoids, throws, almost intercepted, I should say. Pass intended for Jacoby, and no good. Jobity was there, but he also had two defenders in front of him.
I don't know how Schiller even got that one off, because it looked like he was going to get sacked. He comes out of it. Looks like he's going to get hit again, and then throws it into traffic right where Jobity is. I mean, unbelievable. That wasn't even like a negative play whatsoever, and we're just talking 2nd down and 10.
Sun is now out at Maryvale. Beautiful looking afternoon.
They've been calling for, like, the rain is supposed to come in this afternoon is what they've been saying, but boy, I'd love to hear that it breaks up over the lake, and, you know, we have a nice evening in front of us and a great game over at St. Francis Canisius, too.
For sure. Handoff on the left side. Nice little gain there for Parlato. And we got a flag down. That could be a holding call.
That was a real there. He's signaling that it was a holding call.
Somebody got a hold of the shoulder pad on the outside.
So now remember, in high school sports, right, it's not a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
It's from the spot of the foul.
It's from the spot of the foul, so this is why this will look like it's only about a 2 or 3 yard penalty on here. Right? 2-yard penalty, 3-yard penalty, right, is what it looks like because of where the spot of the foul took place.
So it gives us 2nd down and 14. Ball spotted on the Cheektowaga 43-yard line with 5:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
It'll be 2nd and 14.
Yeah, I have to admit, though, Tom, the sun is out, and I'm looking at the Cheektowaga sideline. I see all that grass, and I'm like, all right, where's the disc basket? Let me go get my disc golf bag out, get some throwing in. Beautiful afternoon. Back to pass, quick throw to the outside to Murphy. He caught it, but he goes nowhere, met immediately by a host of Cheektowaga defenders.
So it's funny. I thought they'd give him where he actually caught it, but
Forward
they're not.
Progress, nope.
They're going to say because he actually got the hit, absorbed it, then tried to run again, they're going to give it to him from that point. So it looks like it's going to maybe be a yard, right? A yard gain on that?
Not much at all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 14.
So, and also I want to give big credit right here. As everybody knows, baseball is one of the big sports I cover here in Western New York.
Nobody covers it better, Tom, than you.
You
that's
know,
for sure.
but I want to give big credit right out here to Maryvale as they got their outfields done this year, and the softball diamond, the baseball diamond
Beautiful.
looked phenomenal
Yes.
over there.
Hill with the carry, cuts inside, breaking tackles. He may have a 1st down.
He carries somebody there for at least 3 yards. He carried them the rest of the way, and they do signal 1st down, Tony.
Wow.
Unbelievable run there by Hill. But I hope Hill's okay. He just came to the sideline and dropped down to the ground over here. I hope he's okay right now.
It's just winded. Yeah, they're helping him back up. He has been such an impact today.
Him, Jobity, right?
Sure.
I mean, there's been a couple players that we've really been – I mean, Schiller's been great also from the quarterback position.
Sure, then you throw on defense, you got guys like Coxon that have been complete beasts.
Coxon, and also we talked about Walker's been big today,
yes.
right? McHouston has been big.
Huge. Handoff to Jobity. Pitch to Jobity on the right side, breaking tackles, cutting in, and he'll be brought down at about the 15-yard line.
Jobity on the carry.
And the thing is, if you're Cheektowaga defense, who am I going to focus on? They're hurting me with Jobity. They're hurting me with Hill. They're hurting me with Schiller. Everybody and Maryvale has been contributing. Who do you focus? How do you stop this offense?
Well,
and it just seems like it's getting more powerful as they keep going.
And then where does that begin, right? It begins right in the trenches is where it
Right.
is. And early on, I thought that Cheektowaga, that 1st quarter, they really did win the trench war, right? But since then, you've really seen the changes in some of the holes that are getting opened up by the trench play of Maryvale. And we've really seen a different from the 2nd quarter on right now.
Exactly. There's an official timeout on the play. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball spotted in the 15-yard line. Maryvale trying to add on to their lead, 23-12. 2:49 remaining in the quarter.
Tony, this was that setup that we saw when Hill Wren went in for a touchdown, right? The only difference is Jobity up front versus McHouston right here. See that?
Yep.
See, so you wondered, could go either way. Where's it going to go? Up the gut or the outside? Pitch to the outside. See that?
To the 10-yard line. McHouston. Tom, I'm watching Hill on the sidelines, and it seems like he is favoring his left shoulder.
Yeah, that's what I saw,
trying to stretch it out.
When he came in, he was actually almost favoring it, meaning dipping it like a favorite is what he was doing.
Yeah, you hate to think that maybe it popped out or if he just got a stinger. Second down and 6.
I don't know, that helmet's going on. I think he wants back in.
Yep, absolutely. Hand off to Jobity, breaking tackles. There's literally 3 or 4 Cheektowaga defenders on top of him, and he still got it close to the goal line.
You said earlier in the game, Tony, if you remember, you said, when does a big, strong running back come into play where you can really see the difference? You said late in the game, start that third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter right there. And what are we seeing right now between Jobity and Hill? We're seeing that exactly happen.
The key is look at the defenders if the hands are on the hips.
That's a nice tackle by number 50.
Yep, West with the stop for Cheektowaga, or else Jobity would have been in the end zone.
Yeah, he really would have. But a great stop right there is you're still talking there, right? First down, or no, second down. And Hill's back in the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got the ball here.
I wouldn't either. We've seen him multiple times run right up that gut, right? The only difference is now look at the box. Look at everybody stacked in
is stacked in the middle. Yep. And Hill takes a shotgun snap. No one touched him as he crossed the goal line. Touchdown, Maryvale.
What'd the line do? Line pushed all one way. You saw it all over to the left side. What a great job. Open that up. Hill doesn't even get touched and goes in. And now 3 different possessions, Maryvale goes up.
Yeah, Cheektowaga is now in a big hole. Because not only that, look, there's only 46 seconds left in the quarter. And the way that these teams are eating up clock during their drives, it's tough to come back if you're 3 scores down. Very difficult. Now you're forced to open it up. Now you're forced to try to take some chances deep. And if I'm Cheektowaga, I'm trying to go to that slot play that scored for them earlier.
Yeah, but also, what are you doing, though? I mean, but now you're going to drop more guys back when you do that, right?
Show's going to keep it himself. Cuts it inside. No, Murphy, rather. What is that, like the 4th player we've seen line up in a Wildcat for Maryvale today?
Yeah. Yeah, what do we see? We've seen Jody do it. We've seen Hill do it. I mean, of course, you got your quarterback, right? We see Murphy do it. And I'm not sure if we've seen McHouston do it, but I think, there's your other guy right there.
That's impressive when you can do something like that.
Well, listen, give Coach Tadaro credit because what he's doing using every asset he has right now, turning it into a positive right there as you've really seen Maryvale put a big day, right? And look at the scores so far for Maryvale. They've now, besides the game against Lakeshore, this is their second highest point total of the year.
That surprises me. The way that they're executing today, I would expect more.
And again, you look at it, this is probably one of the better defensive they face. So it just shows that they're getting better and better and better as this season has gone on.
Also, look at the confidence aspect of this right now. Okay, you have a 3-score lead. You're going into the 4th quarter, and you have a chance to bury your rival right here. It doesn't get any. You can't possibly get any more up than the Maryvale players are right now.
But I'll tell you, do not lose sight of anything, folks. You got a whole quarter still left, right? And as we know, things can happen and can turn very quickly.
Oh, sure. You can, but right now, if you're looking at momentum, it's squarely on Maryvale's shoulders.
Yep.
As the kick goes through the end zone, and that'll be brought back for a touchback. But again, now you're looking at Cheektowaga. You can no longer be one-dimensional and just keep going to Warburton.
You can't. No, and again, but what Warburton did was he gave you the opportunity to open up some possible pass plays. Now I'm not sure you're going to get that opportunity because you're going to need some sort of quick strikes. Because what Maryvale will do, even with a score, right, by Cheektowaga, what Maryvale can do well right now is control the clock because of that run game that they have. But got to answer. No doubt this is a must put points on the board.
Quick pass to the outside. Jobody was there to get his hand on it and knock it down. Incomplete pass. He's just got those long arms to get him out there and swat things down.
Well, you're 6'5".
Right.
Right, you're 6'5". Those arms go up in the air. And what do they teach you, right? The minute that ball's about to get thrown, right,
Get
is
the
a
arms
defensive
up.
end, a defensive player, get those arms up.
Second down and 10. Ball spotted on the Cheektowaga 20-yard line. Warburton out of the Wildcat. Not much there.
Warburton on the carry.
Terry Jerkew in on the stop for Maryvale.
Down after a 3-yard gain. Third down and 7.
That's the whole thing. Warburton has not been able to rip off those big runs, and you have to give a big credit to the Maryvale defense, whether it's the linebackers or the defensive line. They're plugging gaps. They're getting in there. They're meeting him either in the backfield or just as he's crossing the line and preventing him the big plays.
I just want to give credit to Ryan Benson on that last one as he was helping and on that tackle because, we've seen multiple guys got to be in to make these tackles right now.
Let's
But that's
take
the end of the quarter.
Let's take a timeout at the end of the third quarter with the score 31-12. Maryvale on top of Cheektowaga. You're watching high school football on WNYathletics.com.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
We're back at Maryvale High School, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Maryvale on top of Cheektowaga, 31-12. Tony Kelligeri and Tom Prince here in the booth. We have a shotgun snap, quick pass to the outside. Too far for the outstretched hands of the receiver, and that'll be an incomplete pass. Looked like they tried to go to Nasir Stone, but couldn't bring it in. So it'll bring a fourth down for Cheektowaga. Now, fourth down, you're trailing by 3 scores. What do? Nothing is clicking, it seems.
And you can see one of the people they're really missing is Barr right now, their quarterback, because they need to be able to pass the ball.
And it's not that you've seen bad throws. He's actually thrown the ball pretty well today. They're just not going far. They had one. Well, obviously the long touchdown worked. Punting situation. Low punt. That's going to take a Cheektowaga bounce. Roll past the 40. And they'll spot it at the 36-yard line. of Maryvale.
You know, at this point, do you really see Maryvale doing anything more than run the ball right
No,
now?
why
right?
would you?
I mean, you want to just watch that clock keep ticking and just not stop.
You want to go conservative. I mean, you don't want to go over conservative. You know, you're still going to want to mix your run up, but it has to be primarily the run. And they've been getting such good runs on the early downs with any one of the backs.
I mean, think about it. If you can just take a 4-minute drive, right? Even just 4 minutes to bring this down to 7 minutes. Try to make 3 different plays right now, scoring plays in 7 minutes is not easy to do.
No. Cheektowaga needs a break, and whether it's something they do on their own or you just get lucky, but they need something to happen. Because momentum is clearly against them right now. Hill's going to take the handoff, and he's got room. No, that is McCloster. He's got room. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Looking for any flags on the field. I don't see anyone, any of them. This should be a Maryvale touchdown.
There it is. There's that other player we talked about, right? And he's been that one we said having a good game. Now he adds to it on the scoring opportunities.
He may have just buried Cheektowaga on that play. And it looks like they're going to try and kick for the point after. Jobity in there lining up to kick. Snap, put down, the kick is up, and we've got a flag. Somebody moved.
Flag down on the play.
It looks like Cheektowaga may have moved.
Yeah, because I see the Maryvale kids clapping, but we'll see what they actually call here.
So I'm assuming it's dead ball foul. Re-kick.
Offsides on the defense. We'll retry the point.
Look, maybe somebody's helmet was
yeah, line up in the neutral zone.
Yep. So we'll make it a little bit shorter of a try for Jobity. Not that he needs it. He's been doing a great job kicking.
Yeah.
And the kick is good.
Jobity's extra point is good.
38-12 with 11:28 remaining in the game. A very difficult situation here for Cheektowaga. If you would have told me before that Maryvale would pull away, I would have said you're crazy. I thought this would go right down to the wire.
And the first half even said that, right?
Yeah.
The first half showed that that's exactly what you'd expect. But boy, you said too, what were going to be the adjustments made at halftime right now? You got to give Coach Todaro right now in Maryvale a lot of credit on the adjustments that were made at halftime. And I also think you got to give this line right now of Maryvale tons of credit. You have just seen the holes that have opened up for these guys to run through have just been incredible. And that is a testament to the line right there. It really has. When you see your running backs going 5 yards before they're even touched right there, that's because of what your line did. And these
that's
guys,
a tired defense.
The defense, but I mean, it's your offensive line that's opening that up, making that happening. And you know, when you got a lot of kids that play both ways, that becomes really important out there in any game. It really does. And right now, the advantage you've got to give to Maryvale. And when Maryvale comes out, let's see if we can get some of those linemen out there and give them some credit, because they really deserve a lot of credit out there also, along with the guys we've already talked about and given them to. But let's give that line a little bit of love.
Oh, absolutely. And I told you, Alex Coxon is having a game and a half, offense and defensive line. The kid's been an absolute stud out there. You know, the other thing I'm noticing right now is the Maryvale players are having fun. Mm-hmm. And when you have a team that's out there having fun, they win.
And that's been a big testament to Coach Todaro, and what he's setting right now is the tone for Maryvale.
Jobity,
look at this.
Oh, look at this. The ball's dead on the 1 yard line. You got to pick that up. Looks like they'll bring him down at the 5 or 6 yard line. Oh, that could have been deadly.
And there it goes. There's a flag. Here we go.
Because now you have the tempers start to.
This is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct right here.
Against who? I couldn't see.
I think it's going to go against CHEEKTOWAGA, as we saw a player get thrown from MARYVALE. Unless they give it both ways for something else that happened. But I only saw the kid get kind of pushed out of the way by MARYVALE. So we'll see what the call is here.
What a kick. I mean, it was just lying dead there at the 1 yard line.
Okay, so we're seeing some of the linemen come out. Let's look at this. You've got 56, Matthew Wiebe. You've got number 53, Desmond Walker.
Yep.
Right? You've got number 27, Ryan Benson.
We have unsportsmanlike penalties on both teams.
Okay, so it's going to go both ways, that penalty right there.
So it'll keep it at the 6 yard line.
And then
or 7.
Nate Wiley we talked about, right? We
the
gave him credit,
player.
right? The converted player.
Yep.
And then it looks like number 58, Wyatt Davis, is another one that's out there too.
All doing a superb job.
Yep. So I want to give some love right there to the linemen right now in Maryville. Great job today, as you've really been one of the big differences in this game. And now that's the defensive guys. We'll see if there's any change to the offense, but usually they're pretty
Most
close.
of them play both sides.
We've already talked about 77, right? Coxon also a big part of that line play too.
Yeah, he's not in there right now. So 1st and 10 for CHEEKTOWAGA. Passed, caught, and met immediately at the 15 and crossing the 20. And a flag comes down. Some after the play business. I think this one's is going to go against Maryvale.
Great catch by Krasanowicz right there. And a great throw, because again, you saw Jobity go way up in the air, that you've got to get that ball up over Jobity right there.
So do they mark this one off at the end of the play?
Yes, this will be an addition. So you're going to add another 15 to this one right now for the unsportsmanlike conduct. Which is, again, all you're doing right now is giving some momentum right now back to CHEEKTOWAGA.
And another flag.
Another flag.
And again, this is going to go, somebody's mouthing off on the sidelines.
And you just saw, I just saw Coach Tadaro kind of tell people to move out of the way right there. So now the question is this 30 yards?
Yeah, it has to be.
That'll be another 15 yards on Maryvale.
That's the last thing you want to do.
So you just got yourself out to midfield right here. One play, and you just got yourself out to midfield.
After disaster on your kick return.
Yeah, and really you could have you had them pinned.
And now they're into Maryvale territory off of 2 penalties.
And
Maryvale's wisely calling a timeout. Coach Tadaro's going to get everybody's head back on straight.
Smart call by Coach Tadaro, because you cannot listen, I get it's a rivalry game. I get you want to win this game, and that's what Coach is saying, right? But do it the right way. Get your heads into this game. Let's finish this one out. And this is Coach Tadaro taking the lead here. I like this.
Now you still have 11 minutes and 17 seconds of football.
Listen, turnovers can happen. Crazy things can happen. Warburton can easily go off for a 50-yard run. You know that, right? All things that we've seen that CHEEKTOWAGA is capable of. Don't give any momentum to anybody right there, because like you said, a lot of time left. One play and an onside kick, and then all of a sudden you're talking about a completely different game.
Do I need to remind people of the Oklahoma-Texas game? Texas with a 3-touchdown lead, and Oklahoma coming back and winning.
So, but good job, like I said. Coach Tadaro right now.
Smart.
Good job. Yep,
Smart.
right. Control the team. Let's get the heads together. Let's focus. And we'll go back to what play on the field right now is. And then let's see. CHEEKTOWAGA now. Build off. Confidence. Can we do something right here?
Deep throw to the left side. And it looks like it's intercepted. Or no,
that's
it.
completed.
He wrestled it back. What an outstanding play. I can't get the number. Number 5 for Cheektowaga. That would be Stone.
Yep.
What a great play. It looked like Maryvale defender had it as Stone wrestled it away before they got to the ground.
That's who wanted it more right there. And Stone wanted that one just a little bit more right there. Does a fantastic job and makes a big play.
Now Cheektowaga's threatening. Handoff to Warburton on the left side. Be close to another first down. I think he has it.
Yep, I do too.
So another first down for Cheektowaga, just marching right down the field. Of course, with the aid of 2 15-yard penalties. Now you have Maryvale defenders arguing with each other. That's not a good sign.
I don't think they were arguing. I think what they were doing is getting a player out so there weren't any problems. It was more or less teamwork to say, don't get yourself into trouble right here. And got a player out from getting into trouble.
1st and 9 on the 9. Hand off to Warburton. Bounces it off to the left side.
Wow, did he get in?
Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cheektowaga, Warburton.
9-yard carry.
What an effort by Warburton to get the ball over the goal line for the score.
Boy, you want to talk about a kid that just is leaving it out on the field right now, right? Every extra effort. I'll tell you, I love the fact that this Cheektowaga team is not giving up. You're seeing is they're in this game. They want to get back in this game, and they are not giving up with still 10 minutes left in this quarter. So, again, a big 2-point conversion as you can see with 18 points. Cheektowaga has yet to convert any extra point at all.
That's right. So we're going to line up, shotgun, hand off to Warburton up the middle. Yep, he's got it. 2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion is good.
38-20 is our score with 10:02 remaining. Let's take a break. We'll be back. WNYathletics.com.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
We're back here live at Maryvale High School. 38-20, Maryvale on top of Cheektowaga. Just check the temperatures, up to 52 right now. Clouds came back in. But, Tom, do I dare say that we're starting to see some momentum change? I don't know.
Listen.
I mean, yeah, I know it's a big, big difference there, 18 points, but,
let's see what happens on this onside kick that we know we're about to see and see who recovers it. Now we'll know whose momentum really is there.
That would be something. Squib kick.
Oh.
I'm waiting to see who they point to.
I thought it was
I
number
thought
24.
Maryvale had it.
I thought that was Rathburn right there who makes the catch.
He had both hands on the ball cleanly. And it is. It'll be a first down for Maryvale. But now you look at it this way. They're in great field position, just shy of the 50.
Maryvale takes over 1st and 10 on their own.
And Cheektowaga still hasn't shown that they could stop the 3 or 4-headed monster of Maryvale.
I'd probably say 4 right now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the only ones that haven't done it is the coach. Put him out there. They're doing such a great job of spreading the ball around, different guys contributing, making plays. You know, we've talked over and over again of the different guys that are contributing in a big way. And again, and as you kept pointing out, Tom, that offensive line doing its job.
There's one other guy in the offense. Tyler Fox is out there, the center. Give him some credit.
Quick pass to the outside to Murphy. Crossing the 50. And it'll be just shy of the 40-yard line.
There we go.
There should be a first down.
Pass completed to Hunter Murphy.
And Murphy seems to be a little shaken up on the play. Maryvale looking for some extracurricular activity penalty. Thought that there was a little extra.
I actually thought there was going to be a flag thrown, to be honest with you.
So ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line.
Result of the play is a first down.
I was shocked to see a pass play, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
granted,
but it was a safe play.
It was quick.
Safe play.
I mean, but you would think right now this is just about how much time can I take off the clock. And the clock is ticking, so you can see they're taking down the clock.
Hill and McCloyston in the backfield. Hand off to Hill. Gets it to the outside. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Close to the goal line. Well, they're going to say he went out
Looks like about
at the 8.5.
Pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard
What a
line.
nifty runner Hill is. This would be a deflator if they punch it in for Cheektowaga. I mean, you have that great drive, get it down, you punch it in, you rah, and then Maryvale comes right back.
That's why you said I'm going to wait on the momentum thing until after that onside kick.
First down for Maryvale. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line. Schiller, handoff, and it'll be about the 5.
Justice Hill on the carry, brought down at the 5-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play, second and
Hill
goal.
continues to be such a tough runner.
Lavelle Gamblin, the first one in on the tackle, does a great job of the stop on that one. And here's that, that we talked about.
Jobity back in the backfield, Tom. So look at this. McCloyston, Hill, and Jobity. Pick your poison.
And Schiller, right?
And Schiller. Have fun with this,
have
guys.
lead blockers, right?
Have fun with this one. Pitch out to Jobity. Cuts it back inside. Breaks a tackle. And it looks like he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryvale. He's just sidestepping players left and right. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm heading this way. Thank you very much. I'm in. And there you see the hands on the hips on the defenders. They're gassed.
I'll tell you, the one thing that probably Maryvale would be hoping for is, even though they're putting points on the board, they're not getting that long drive to just really take time off the clock. They're scoring so quickly, they're not really taking that time off that they want to take off the clock.
Well, they're going to force Cheektowaga to do it. Point after is good. Jobity kicks it through the uprights. 45-20 with 7:44 left in the game. Now time is really a issue for Cheektowaga.
Which this is where you would expect probably we're going to see them go to the air, right?
They have
Which
to.
we have. But you got to remember is now you're down by 25. We're talking about at this point is you're down by four scores.
Yeah, and in 7 minutes is not enough time. You got to strike fast, and the way Maryvale's been playing, good defense, keeping everything in front of them. We've only seen them give up the one big pass play, and that's been it.
Well, the last drive, though, was all Warburton.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, I shouldn't
And
say.
2
There was a
penalties.
great pass play, remember? Well, I want to give Stone, who made an incredible catch play in that last one.
With Stone, and then you throw in the 30 yards worth of penalties, that's a huge difference or a huge aid. But there's no question, when Cheektowaga gets the ball, they're going to have to strike fast. Maybe you go to Stone again on the outside. Jobity, good kick. Sends it deep. Bounces off the chest of the return man. He caught it in stride. And nice run, bringing it back. We got 2 flags down. Maryvale players are pointing Cheektowaga direction. We have an illegal block, maybe either in the back or a hold. Referee's talking it over. All right, so it's Cheektowaga ball, but they're going to start a little deeper than they wanted to. So a holding call is going to bring them back.
Penalty was a personal foul on Cheektowaga.
A personal foul, as we're hearing. But again, if I'm defensive coach for Maryvale, I want everything kept in front of me. Just bring everybody up. Let your safety sit back. And you do not let a receiver get behind you.
But the only thing that happens, at least in this setup, if you do want to run the ball, right, you don't have as many players in the box when you do this. And Warburton should be able to have some big runs.
Back to pass, quick throw to the outside. That's going to be a completion. Breaking tackles. Was that Stone again? Again, these numbers are so difficult to see, especially when you're this far away from the field.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's, it's got to be Stone.
Pass completed to number 5, Stone.
Yep. So 1st and 10, Cheektowaga, ball spotted. The 36-yard line. 7 minutes left.
His jersey bunches, so it's hard to read
it's
exactly
very
the number.
difficult. Another throw to the outside. Oh, there was some hand grabbing there.
I thought that was
by the Maryvale defender.
Interference. And I think they wanted that one. I thought that could have been a passing interference call.
Reichel was very physical on his coverage.
Ball's incomplete, 2nd down.
So, incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 for Cheektowaga. 6:50 remaining.
And that stops the clock, too, right there.
That helps Cheektowaga a little bit.
Well, that's the benefit. That's the only benefit you get of passing the ball, right? At least when something negative does happen, there's no catch. At least the clock stops.
Oh, safety read that one all the way. Stepped in front of the receiver. Interception to the 20. 5 to 10. Parlato with the interception. Oh, he read that one perfect. He's playing center field. He read that one perfect.
You taking my baseball analogies from me?
I did that for you.
I'm teasing, Tony. That's an awesome one. That was a great analogy right there, too. He saw that, and he took off the minute right there. Read that one well.
Well, the thing is anytime I've been coaching defense most of the time, and since I've started, and I always tell my safeties in situations like this, you're playing center field because most of them play Little League Baseball, and they know, so they can kind of relate to what they need to do, what the responsibility is as far as seeing the field and coming up on a ball.
Yep. I mean, think about this. I mean, Maryvale only had 15 points at halftime. I mean, they've put 30 up already in the second half.
Yeah, and a lot of that is Cheektowaga defense is gassed. Schiller rolling out, throwing. Incomplete. That surprises me that they're throwing.
Oh, he's down. Schiller's down.
Did he get hit late, or is a leg injury? He looked fine rolling out.
He's getting up though. I mean, that's a good sign, as he's already on his knees right there. So.
I mean, I'm surprised that they were throwing on that.
And he looks like he's all right
yeah,
there.
May have taken a stinger to the shoulder, but he's gonna have to sit out of play.
Yep. So you would
But
think.
Maryvale is able to go Wildcat,
Yeah,
as we mentioned, with 3 different players.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You just
Probably
see
put Hill in there.
He'll run the
Yep.
Wildcat right now.
And that's a good move.
Yep. Jobity may be next to him right here as the running back, right? But I would think you're just going to see Hill right here take advantage of this one.
So a second down. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line. Hill waiting for the snap. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down at about the 4-yard line. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal for Maryvale.
Hill does a good job on that snap, too. A high snap. You see him go up and get it and still be able to take off right there without even, you realizing it was a high snap.
Which has been an issue all game with both centers.
Mm-hmm. So clock keeps ticking right now as we come up on 5 minutes left in this game.
Oh, you're Maryvale. You're taking your time. There is no rush. So they're going to bunch up the offense with Hill and the Wildcat. No! Bad snap. Went through the fingers. Who's that, 53?
Weed falls on that fumble.
Walker.
Sorry, Desmond Walker on the recovery.
That's different. So the snap actually went to Walker, but couldn't handle it or a little bit too high. That brings up a 4th down and 16. Jobity in now for a field goal attempt.
Result of the play is 4th and goal from the 15-yard line.
So Jobity trying to add to Maryvale's lead. The snap, the put down, the kick is up, and I don't think he got it. No good. Missed it to the right. 4 minutes remaining in the game. 45-20 is our score. Maryvale on top of Cheektowaga.
Trying to get us a score update, Tony, is right now Kenmore East is playing Kenmore West.
I expected that to be a one-sided game. And Kenmore West is rolling this year, and it seemed like Kenmore East is having a down year.
So here we go. Here's one score. As McKinley defeats Niagara Wheatfield 20-14 in overtime.
Wow.
That happened this morning. Ken West has now taken an 8-0 lead as they march down in their first possession against Ken East.
So a short pass there, but Maryvale was there with the quick stop. And the clock keeps going. Rivalry weekend in Western New York. Yeah, last night, was it Lancaster beat Depew in the annual Lancaster-Depew game.
I don't know if anyone didn't predict that one from happening, though.
NT over Tonawanda.
Look at this.
Big play caught.
Krasanowicz right there.
What a big reception for the Warriors. Brought down by Parlato. And it's going to be close to the 32-yard line. First down, Cheektowaga.
But yeah, you had that one right there as a rivalry game. How about Tonawanda, North Tonawanda you had last night? Albion and Medina.
Medina looks like they're big defensive play there by
this may
59.
This could be right now intentional grounding right here.
Yep. Yanni Moore in the backfield putting extreme pressure.
Yep, I think this is going to be an intentional grounding call. Yep, there it is.
Which will be a loss of down.
Yep.
Maryvale's done a very good job with their front four getting into the backfield and creating havoc. They've forced early throws. They've forced rollouts. How many times they've stopped Warburton in the backfield. These kids play extremely well today.
Big penalty. Look at this.
It's huge.
Right?
You're bringing them back almost back to the 50. So you have a second down and 26 on the 48-yard line.
Penalty brings Cheektowaga back to the
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 26.
Parlato playing deep safety. Now Maryvale's going to call a timeout. We'll take a break as well. You're watching high school football on WNYathletics.com.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
We're back at it at Maryvale High School. Sorry, we're talking about pies during the break. Incomplete pass, but there was a receiver right there, so I can't see an intentional grounding on that.
No, Crusaders was over that
Yeah.
way for that one, no doubt.
And again, you had good pressure provided by the Maryvale defensive line. And they're rolling guys in and out, Tom, too. So it's not just been the same guy. They're doing a great job of keeping them fresh. 3rd down and 26. Ball spot on the 48-yard line. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. Seeing big number 52 coming into the game now for Maryvale, Brennan Burke. Yeah, I don't think he's 168 pounds. This thing's a little bit off.
52 is Hunter Andrews that we
Andrews?
were just told. Yep.
He's big. Cheektowaga, meanwhile, rips up a nice little run there by Warburton. So they bring a 4th down and 13. They'll spot it on the 35 with just about 2 minutes left in the game. And I think at this point it's a little bit too late for Cheektowaga.
Oh, but the stop could be pretty much the end of the game here.
Right. Back to pass, throw in flags all over, and they'll blow the play dead.
So some sort of false start is what you think. Oh,
12
no.
man.
So that's going to bring even Cheektowaga that much closer.
They'll make that 4th and 8 from the Maryvale 30.
So still 4th down for Cheektowaga. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Intended for Warburton on the right side. Incomplete. It looked like Jason Cherry was there on the coverage for Maryvale. So Maryvale will take over on downs with 1:45, and at this point they'll be able to grind out the clock and walk away with the victory. So what's this mean, Tom? Maryvale defeating Cheektowaga. So you have what? Cheektowaga going to Iroquois?
Yes, Cheektowaga now will play Iroquois, and Maryvale will now play West Seneca East.
Will that be at East?
Yes, both
Okay.
East and Iroquois will be the 1-2
host.
seeds, and they
Okay.
will host.
So you live it up and you whoop it up now if you're Maryvale, but tomorrow morning it's back to business and start preparing for the playoffs.
Even with Cheektowaga, right?
Yep.
We got to put this past us, learn from it, and get ready to go play Iroquois. Right? Because Iroquois is going to, they've got one of the top quarterbacks in Western New York in Trey Kleitz. They're waiting for him. They've got to figure out, right, how do we stop the pass? They've got Barry who can run the ball, and then how are we going to do against the run? So you're going to absolutely get yourself ready for the next game.
And speaking of Iroquois, shout out to John Mariaker's son.
Yep. Who's done very well this year, too.
I've known John since we were little kids in North Buffalo. Both played at Shoshone. So Maryvale calling a timeout. Probably going to get some of the second-teamers in. You want to get, especially the seniors, you want to get them in the game and get them a little bit of taste of the action, especially if they're the players that don't get a lot during the season.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, with 1:45 left, I mean, you in essence can kneel the ball most of the way here,
Mm-hmm. Don't forget WNYathletics.com tonight. Big St. Francis and Canisius.
Starts at 5:30. 5:30 will be the Section 6 playoff preview show as they're going to go as John Simon and Francis Beck will go from conference to conference, tell you what's going on. They're right on top of things as we speak. And then you've got to get ready we'll have the pregame go. We're going to get the students involved out there. And then, of course, the big game where the game will start at 7 o'clock.
Told you, keep your eye on Jake Burek for Canisius. The kid is a sophomore. He's going to be a future Trench Trophy finalist. Being looked at by West Virginia, I believe, so far. A real good size, good feet. I've watched some video of him on Huddle, and it looks like he just dominates. And you said he's going up against a stud and a half from St. Francis, who's a senior. So now you got the young guy going up against the seasoned veteran.
And Scott's going to go play Division I football himself. So there you go. He's going to get a taste of Division I right there.
Great matchup tonight. Nice to be back on the air with somebody who wants me on the air. I appreciate WNYathletics.com and everything that you guys do, and couldn't be happier.
Missed Tony and I used to get a chance to every Saturday do the Inside High School Sports Show. No doubt we miss doing that.
Yeah, we do.
Giving everybody the breakdown of not only football, but every sport. I mean, we really go down every sport. We really try to do.
Well, the one thing about that show, too, is we all had great chemistry because we're all friends and we know how to play off of each other. And, it's just really enjoyable. And we're sharing our passion for high school athletics as the clock is ticking down, and I believe we are done. Maryvale players celebrating. Cheektowaga players with their heads down, but as you said, Tom, they got to pick them back up because tomorrow morning they'll look at game film and they'll start preparing for Iroquois.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do, right? Hey, listen, the good news is you're in. The job is to get to the playoffs. That's job number one. Job number two now is you're going after a sectional title.
Right.
So listen, forget about what happened, right? It's a new season. Everybody's 0-0 the rest of the way. You got Iroquois in front of you. Maryvale, you got West Seneca East in front of you. Now we go to the second season.
Yep, both teams will cross the field, shaking hands in a sign of good sportsmanship, and that's what we like to do. But like to thank everyone at Maryvale High School for hosting us today, making us feel welcome. Thanks to everybody involved, doing such a great job, and making this a lot of fun.
Absolutely, great game. Glad we were able to do another one. I'm sure we're going to do more still. But Tony, thanks again for joining us here today. We absolutely want to thank Heidi, our producer, Russ, our cameraman.
Yep.
I mean, we got some great people here, but great game. Maryvale absolutely comes up big in a rivalry game. Let's see what we got the rest of the day.
Absolutely. All right, go enjoy your day. Make sure you're back at 5:30, WNYathletics.com. We'll see you later.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, Find similar properties and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.